All right, Yo-Yo. Do we have those emotes on this channel? Yo-Yo, do we have that stuff like the Patrick Bateman shit? Is that 7TV? Is it focusing? Is it going to focus any second, please? Well, hang on. There, that's better. Yeah, do we have those emotes enabled on this channel? Like the, is that 7TV? Is that what that is? Seven TV app. Oh, we have no emotes on this channel, that's why. What are they called? Oh, you have to subscribe? I mean, I can add a bunch of stuff. Okay, I just added GigaChad. I don't know if it's working. Is GigaChad working? Did it work? I can't tell. It should. Try again. Why is that even an emote? Like, oh man. People are cooked. People are too cooked, lad. They're too cooked. They're cooked on their own brain rot. We are getting debated. Maybe I don't have 7TV on the channel. Is 7TV a bot? Do I have to add that as a bot? Try it again. I'm looking. Oh, it is work. What do you mean? It is working. GigaChat is working. I can see it. Yeah, it's good. What are some other ones? Like listening. Listening. Okay, listening is added. You know, it's kind of shitty. I'm not going to lie. The Twitch chats? My in-client OBS Twitch chat is kind of shit because it doesn't show the emotes. That's kind of lame. I'm not going to lie. Okay, I think what I'll be doing is probably just playing Bolt Gun. Maybe just doing Bolt Gun. Bolt Gun. I don't know how far we are into that game, but, like, I'm kind of down to just fuck with that tonight, honestly. We should only be here for about maybe 2 hours. Less, possibly. We are a couple days away from being at the hobby station. Oh my god. It's taking way too long to have fun. Also, I should try and reset this microphone. Does this mic sound weird right now? Does it sound the exact same? Is it good? Get some light gun games? Light gun? That's like a Wii thing, no? It's fine? Is it the same thing as it was previously? Because I kind of just moved it? Okay. Where is Bolt Gun? Mochi, stop. Creature! You be quiet, Mochi. Let's see how this goes. It's kind of a good change of scenery, honestly, instead of being around, like, you know, a manufactorum or something. Like, being out here is pretty chill. Kind of reminds me of, like, Half-Life, almost. Half-Life had a weird leaving the facility thing, which kind of just looks like this. Your camera is Omega Bright tonight. No, that's because of the game. Because the game is Omega Bright. We are good, thank you, buddy. We are going to chill here for tonight, and that's going to be it. And then I will go to bed, and I will wake up, and we will do the exact same thing. 2 streams, 2 channels. The usual. Day in and day out, what a slog. But at least we get the Bing chill. Which is always a good thing. This is red key card. This guy's a real grinder. Yeah. When you play games for a living, you kind of have to be a grinder, no? Although, thankfully, these games are good. So it's not like we're turbo bored. There's the red key card. Where the fuck was the red door? Oh. Can I add you on Grindr? What are you idiots on about? Fucking hell. Fuck. I'm alive? I was alive. Wait, can't you just jump down here and say fuck the rest of that? Yeah. But then you die? When you suffer from 8 hours full-time job playing League, you need a part-time 4-hour hobby stream to recharge the neurons. I mean, either way, bro, it's chill. It is chill both ways. Fleshy enemies not so good against armored. I mean, it's fine. I don't really use the melee attack, considering you can kind of, like, kill infantry with one hit, you know? But it works, yeah. It definitely works. Jesus. I mean, you can do this and then mash it, and it does work. I think it's just a matter of, like, remembering your hotkeys. Because even with grenades, I only remembered that I had grenades, like, 3 days into playing it. And it was funny because, like, oh shit. I have, like, a dash, I have, you know, melee attacks, the grenades, again, which are really fucking good, actually. The grenades are insane in this game. Ultra kill? No. I've heard of it, though. I know what it is. I've been gone for a few days. Yeah. It's all good, buddy. All we do is chill here every day, day in and day out, so it's not like you really missed anything, you know? Fucking hell. Fucking bloody hell, mate. I need health. I really need health. I've got 28. I don't really know how damage works in this game. If it's like one bullet is 1 health. Or different things have different, like, types of damages, which would make sense, obviously. Holy shit, I'm just dead. How do I even get up there and not grief? Jesus. Is this the British simulator? It's a British simulator. I got him well. Lucky me, bro. Lucky me. Space Marine 2, yeah, we'll play Space Marine 2 when it comes out, which is kind of a ways away, right? Not anytime soon. When did they say Space Marine 2 was supposed to come out? Because they did give a date, I just can't remember. August something. Gotcha. I mean, it looks fucking good. September 9th? So much for August, bro. Someone's lying to me. And I think it is September. I'm not gonna lie. It should be. One of you is lying to me? Jesus Christ, why are you here? Why is there an aspiring champion here? It is September 9th. I mean, the first Space Marine game was, like, really fucking good. And the second one, I'm going to assume, will also be insanely good, except much better. Because it's, like, turbo next gen and looks amazing. Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 was announced. I did see an announcement for that. I mean, I have absolutely no idea what it's about, but that's cool. Why is that banner looking at me, bro? Fuck. Google would never lie. Oh, shit. I'm just dead. Goodbye, world. Holy shit. Okay. Well. Playing Smite 2 on release? Okay, the fact that they're making a Smite 2 is so weird, and there's no reason it wouldn't just be for money. Am I wrong? Like, I had talked about it previously, where multiplayer games that come out with, like, 2 of them is kind of bizarre. Like, why would you really need a Smite 2, you know what I mean? What about all the content from the first game? Like, what happens then, right? Overwatch is a prime example, and that's kind of what I was getting at. It's like, what are you making in Smite 2 that's so different to the point where you need, like, a new game? It's kind of a scam. They make people buy all the skins over again? No way. They're not going to make people do that. There is no way all the content you've got in the first game will be gone in the second. There's no way. Wait, how do I get up there? They said the skins don't carry over? Who the fuck greenlit that then? Isn't that just terrible? Doesn't that just sound like the worst idea you've ever heard for a game? Like, what? It's like, yeah, guys, don't worry, we're making a second game, and the second game is like the first game, except it's like probably got a better engine, but you don't get all the content that you've put money into in the first game. Like, who's gonna buy that shit? People will, because they like Smite, but like, imagine League of Legends doing that, and they're like, okay, all the content you've bought over the years, it's just gone. That's just trash. That's really stupid. That's a dumb idea. Like, thank God I don't really spend money on games, you know? Like, me buying a skin here and there is typical. That's fine. But I feel like you're just gonna get screwed over eventually. I mean, even in, like, as of late in Warhammer, where they're gutting entire armies, it's like, where would you even... when would you ever think of something like that? Right? Like, whoever thought the Beasts of Chaos were gonna get completely shafted out of, Age of Sigmar, right? It's like you've completely invalidated a whole army where people have bought and played and supported something for so long, and they're just like, you know what? It doesn't fit the current narrative, so, like, we are scrapping everything. It's like Age of Sigmar rebasing all over again, you know? Oh my god. Fuck, these guys hurt. Jesus, man. Not even Overwatch did that? It's GW, it doesn't surprise me. I mean, every company seems to be doing something similar, you know? As much as we might rag on Riot Games for being, like, a joke when it comes to balancing, they still haven't pulled that fucking, you know, card. Where, like, everything you've got is just now invalid. Yo-yo. When the new map came out, imagine if League instead just said it's League of Legends 2 and did the same shit. Yeah, exactly. It's like, what the fuck? You know, crazily enough, I don't think they're going to do that, though. I don't think multiplayer games warrant getting a second game, period. They just don't. It doesn't make any sense. Well, they're not going to do it, though. There's no way Warhammer... Not Warhammer, sorry. League of Legends would do that. There is no way. Oh, he's just dead. Oh, God. Oh, now we're back here, eh? The maps on this game, or the maps in this game, are pretty smart, man. They kind of do just loop in, you know, different levels and whatnot. Like, it's pretty smart. It's just a matter of now, where the fuck do I go? I've got the yellow key. Is it like a yellow door that I have to take? Like, am I lost? Same thing happens to these sports games. Yeah, well, I mean, sports games are a scam. Let's not get it twisted. Those sports games are trash. Like, subjectively, they're trash. I don't know of anyone who sits down and says, oh my god, I can't wait to play Madden 58. You know, 59, sorry, 57 came out 2 days ago, but now we got 58. It's like... Yeah. Like, I don't know, bro. Again, it's subjective at the end of the day, but, like, for me, it just seems like it's too much. Way too much. It's the same game. Yeah, but they've got different players, and the players have different stats. Oh my god, it's so exciting. Is there a way down from here? Or did I just kill myself? Okay. I think the lift is all the way down there. What the fuck? I'm really into FPS games now, barely touch MOBAs anymore. I mean, you know. Things can come and go. Interests can change. Like, just because I like League doesn't necessarily mean I like MOBAs. You know, they could make the greatest FPS game and fuck the MOBAs at that point. We love the FPS genre. Okay, is this thing bugged? Oh, it's coming back. Yeah, the microphone should sound a bit better. I tried to make everything sound better, look better. I've just tried to, like, update things that I haven't updated in a long time. And it seems to be good. Sounds better, looks better. I'm also trying to prepare this PC for when it's in its, like, final resting place, which is not here. So, we need to figure out how to set up a camera, and I have to, like, move around a bunch of shit in my hobby room just to make space. It'll be good. The stream will be a little bit different come, like, you know, 1 month from now. You won't really see gaming anymore. It's just going to be a hobby stream. Feels so dead to me. I mean, you just gotta set goals for yourself. If you really want to pursue something, you need goals, right? Because goals can drive you further along than not having them will, right? If you have no personal goal when playing League, obviously it's going to be very stale, but, like, if you kind of set that for yourself and you actually want it, then it'll keep you playing. Same thing with Warhammer. It's like, you know, if you want something out of the hobby, a painting journey, a fucking gaming journey, you want to build, like, a 2,000-point army, right? Doesn't have to be the craziest goal, but as long as it's something to work towards, it's more enticing to actually want to do. What the fuck is that? That's a power-up? And again, it's subjective, right? Like, I don't expect any human being to do the same thing day in and day out and be like, man, I am never bored. Like, you will get bored eventually, but it's always about, you know, trying to, like, reinvent it or have fun in a different way, you know. You can still enjoy it, but you need it to be fresh. That's, like, number one, right? I want the new dwarves from the old world. Yeah, you and me both. Yes. I plan on doing a building stream when they do come out. More so with the new kits, not the old kits, because I've already built those, like, tons of times. I need to be playing for something. Well, that's what I'm saying, right? Like, my recent climb in League, the last time I climbed in that game was probably about a month and a half ago, 2 months ago. I went from Diamond 4 to Masters 300 LP in about a week and a half. It was only spamming Gangplank and only listening to the new Dread Crew album, which kind of, to me, was the spark I wanted. It's, like, exciting, it's new. It's old music I used to listen to when climbing with GP anyways, from fucking way back when, 2016, 2017. And it was exciting, it was great. And then I'm like, you know, after 3,000 listens to the album, it kind of got a bit stale, you know? So I'm like, okay, maybe I'll go back to piss chilling. And so now we piss chill. You kind of need things to, like, again, give you that spark. You reinvented a type of gameplay. You just got to keep it fresh, man. Like, things that are fresh, things that are new are exciting. Like, that's just the way of life. You can still get, you know, immense joy out of doing something for years and years and years, but you always want to keep furthering that. You know, what's the next big thing to come? What's the next big movie to get released? How about a new song? How about a new game? New content? New miniatures? You know, something exciting. Like, you can't sit here and cope and say doing the same thing for 20 years straight is gonna, like, you know, set your mind free and you're, like, as happy as ever. Especially as someone who's been very one-track minded when growing up. Like, League of Legends for, like, 10 plus years straight. The same 2 champions for 10 plus years straight. You know, no deviating, no doing anything else, just grinding, grinding, grinding. It's just good to have variety. Just do something else, man. Play a different champion, play a different role. Wrong fucking way. Yeah, Brand's cool. I used to play Brand. I used to have, my favorite skin was Apocalypse Brand. The fucking, like, Wasteland one, the gas mask. Apex competitively? My girlfriend's playing Apex now. Which, to be fair, it is a better game. Oh my god, it's an amble? There's a fucking amble in this game? I guess I'm just dead. I mean, he can't jump, though. Well, that's why you haven't evolved, buddy. That's why the amble ain't better than the Space Marine. See you later. That's cool. A fucking amble. Fuck. I've played Apex, yeah, I think it's alright. I honestly think Apex is one of the better games when it comes to, like, first-person shooters. And, like, more of an esport thing, because it has heart. I think esport, or not esport, I think Apex just has so much more flavor than Valorant. It's a much more enjoyable game, for sure. There's more going on. More characters. The characters are more exciting. The gameplay's more exciting. It's more dynamic. It's not like a crusty, stale esport type of game. You know what I mean? Like, I think for the most part, when it comes to gaming, there will always be, like, hyper-competitive people. And that's just the nature of, you know, playing a competitive game where it's me losing or you losing, right? Like, who wants to be a fucking loser? You know? I want to beat you. And so people will min-max and go absolutely crazy at every corner, you know, just to secure a win. And I can understand that. I've been there. Maybe not doing anything it takes to win, but, like, winning and you know, doing the best you can, right? You'll have those people in every setting, dude. Every game, most communities, like Apex, CSGO, Overwatch, League of Legends, anything that has like a multiplayer scene. And that was like even remotely an esport. I mean, for God's sake, people do it in Warhammer. You know, there is competitive Warhammer gaming, and people take that shit really seriously, and that's cool. You know, it is good to have different things for people if you really want to get into it, right? Like, not everyone's going to be a competitive player. Not everyone's going to sit there and, like, min-max every scenario or play the best guns and play the best, you know, upgrades and whatnot. Play the best army compositions. It's just a good option, you know? I don't see anything wrong with it. I only see it kind of as a problem when it bleeds into more casual play, right? Because min-maxing in a setting that's about min-maxing is fine, but in some instances, it's just inescapable. Even at a competitive, casual level. Don't play Valorant. Play CS instead. They're both crap. Like, I know CS is timeless and everyone loves it, but, like, even then, I don't know, man. It's kind of just... To me, it feels like a soulless game. It just doesn't feel very fun. But it is the OG. For sure it's the OG, whereas Valorant came along and said, you know, look at me now, I'm CS and Overwatch, and was, like, strictly made into an esport. It's just subjective, man. I don't know. Everything is subjective. If you like those games, there's nothing wrong with it. It's just, for me personally, I don't find enjoyment sitting in a corner, like, you know, aiming head level and just waiting for people to walk by, or having to listen to, like, footsteps. Like, Jesus Christ, man. It's a bit greasy. And if you like greasy gameplay, great, but it's not for everyone. Highest I've ever gotten in League was Plat 2, and I was never interested in getting higher. Yeah, League is a game that's very much supposed to be team-driven, but half the time if you want to win, you have to just be a good solo player, right? Because the game is, the game as an esport is driven by teamwork and communication, comp building. You know, it's like an actual fucking team-based game. In solo queue, it's very much how good can I be at one character or two characters, and how hard can I carry my team. That's basically it. It's like a free-for-all where everyone is pretty much just trying to be the best they can for themselves and then carry the game. But it is a different game as an esport, right? Like, if you've played 5-man League on comms, it is a much different game. It's like the truest form of League of Legends, and it is pretty... It's pretty rough. It is so much more rewarding to be on comms and to be talking to your teammates and setting up plays and playing to win as a 5-man. Just because everyone is there to win. The entire enemy team, everyone is there to win, right? The levels are just higher. Like, communication, gameplay. It's very much more of an involved thing. For sure. I kind of miss when they did 5s. I think, didn't they have, like... What was the 5-man queue called in League? What was that shit called? 1.6 CS was fun when I was a kid, but I didn't have many opinions. Or options. Yeah. I mean, as a kid, you're just given whatever and you play it and you enjoy it. I think it was ranked teams, right? It was like ranked 5s or something. Like, that was pretty cool. No, we still have Flex. It's the one that came before it. Not Team Builder. Next champ was Jin and solo queue, but Flex was actually fun. It can be if you have the right people, yeah. Competitive Gears of War. Not dynamic, no. I think it was ranked team. Ranked team 5s. I think that's exactly what it was. I'll tell you right now, if you could ever... Again, I've played in that Dante's tournament. I've played 5s before. I've played on comms. If you are kind of bored of League, try setting up 5-man games, even in Flex, and staying on comms, and it's actually a little bit more exciting. Again, there's more at stake. Everyone's calming. It's like true League of Legends. It's not the solo queue experience where everyone's off wanking themselves to sleep. You know, 80 carry, support. Mid lane, you're trying to play for a jungle who's giving you death threats. Top lane's already fallen asleep. Bro's playing top lane. It's a new experience. It is. You should try it. They had ranked team 5s and 3s. Yeah, 3s were weird. People didn't really play 3s. 5s they did for sure. Flex's 5-man is goated. Stuff. It's fun. It is fun. I've played a bit of it. I think once you've been so bent on solo queue, you kind of just forget that, like, people exist and you can talk to them and you can play with them and you can enjoy League with other people. I've certainly felt it. Like, holy shit. It's, years of me playing solo queue and not playing with other people. Even duo queue, because duo queue doesn't necessarily feel, it doesn't feel as rewarding as 5-mans, for sure. Is this guy bugged out? Oh, he's not. Duo queue is an ADC and support. Duo is good in my opinion. I mean, you should play duo queue if you're an AD carry. You know, people will say like, oh, you're so dog shit because you had to duo queue, but it's like, who gives a fuck? I'm having more fun. Who cares? Where am I going? Excuse me. It's also harder to win as a 5-man team. It is, and that's why it feels more rewarding, right? Like, in solo queue, you can get carried and feel nothing, but in 5s, like, usually it's teamwork that wins. And it's a teamwork that is very much well-deserved. Okay, where am I going? What is this? Jesus. I'm dying. Where the fuck am I going? Oh my god, it's a plague toad. It's a big toady. I'm gonna die again. Please don't kill me. Let me live. Fuck, I've got 4 HP. Jesus. 2KXO is the new name. Yeah, it doesn't sound very good. It looks good, but I don't know anyone who's going to be like, yo, bro, do you want to play 2KXO? It's like, the League fighting game? Yeah, 2KXO. Okay, sure, let's play the League fighting game. Like, that name is kind of ass, right? That's an ass name. I'm just hoping they give, like, Jack the Winner a place in that game, because if there's any reason to bring him into anything, it'd be the fighting game, right? That's what I'm hoping for. Bring Ezreal into it. No, never. I'm dying because you're talking about League. I don't even know, man. I had like my throat was like dry. I should probably get a drink. I've got the coughs in it, bro. What? Oh, there's another amble. Oh my god. Shouldn't it be killing the Nurgle stuff? Oh, it is. Thank God. I was gonna say there should not be an amble working for Nurgle, unless it's a Nurgle amble. Does that mean a thing? Is that believable? I've got a vengeance launcher. Fuck, there's ambles everywhere. That's cool. Yeah. That's a bit different. Jesus Christ. Oh my god, there's the ancient amble. What the fuck? Okay, big dude, big dude. I think he's glitched out. Thank God. That's all I can say. I'm not gonna lie, I don't want to unglitch him out. Oops, I accidentally... No? Okay. I mean, to be fair, the Amble are just, like, chilling down here in the mines. And we're waging, like, war. It's not their fault, really, honestly. He's just in the way. Maybe I should have used grenades. I keep forgetting they exist. Fucking hell. I'm gonna go to prison for war crimes against Ambles. I hope not. When you shoot an enemy, there will be a number on the right side of their health bar that is their toughness. Oh, I know that, yeah. And then it's based on, like, the strength of my guns, like the shotgun strength 3, strength 7 plasma, strength 5, strength 3 vengeance launcher, right? Like, kind of crap. I mean, you can clearly tell the people who made this game love Warhammer, right? Like, you wouldn't make something like this unless you actually enjoyed what you were doing. And I feel like that's kind of the case with most Warhammer titles. But then again, they've made so many fucking, like, mobile games, and they're all kind of crap. And very, I'm sure micro-transaction heavy. As most mobile games are, unfortunately. Goodbye, Nurgling. You will be missed. Goodbye. Jesus. Pretty sure Warhammer is going to have 40k games. 40,000 games, yeah, of Warhammer. Yeah, we're slowly watching the Fallout series. We're only at, like, episode 4. Or 5, I think. It's pretty good so far. It's not bad. It's enjoyable. And I'm not even a big, like, Fallout fan, and it's good. Holy shit. That's a problem. Unless they get stuck up here. Thank God. Invincible? No, I haven't. Fallout New Vegas playthrough. Bro, is that game even on Steam? Is that where you'd play it? The crashes are infuriating. Yeah, a lot of older games will crash. It's not worth it, man. You're just gonna get too pissed off. Good AOS game, Realms of Ruin. I'm not gonna buy another game. I just need to hold out for like 1.5 more months of the games that I have, and I am set. I'm Gucci. No more spending money on games. Only variety games. For the main channel is where the money will be spent. I'm not buying anything. Not until we move back to, like, the land of freedom. The land of freedom. Well, not necessarily moving, we're just getting out of here. Todd Howard went back on his statement, New Vegas is canon. Makes sense. Yeah, okay. Shocking revelation. Fallout fans are pissed about something, and it's fixed. Well, I mean, the only thing you can wait for is light of the Omnissiah shines upon optimum route into vault. Praise the Omnissiah. Delusion! They worship machines. Except they're not the Votan, so they're not cool. Even though they are. The biggest thing about a new Dawn of War game is that it's going to come in the form of Total War. And we all know that. The only thing that could ever trump the old Dawn of War games is Warhammer 40k Total War. Realistically, right? Like, that's exactly what it's going to be. Fuck. Gas went up 9 cents. Pog. That's why you just don't drive, dude. Walk everywhere. Even though you gotta move and you gotta have a truck to move, but, you know. Just wheel your stuff across the country. Save 9 cents. Well, Dawn of War 2 was kind of like... It was very different from Dawn of War 1. Not necessarily in a bad way, but like it was a different type of game. And a lot of people who did play number 1 and then would play number 2 weren't necessarily sold. Like, for me personally, I wasn't sold. I still prefer Dawn of War 1 to Dawn of War 2. 100%. But I do think Dawn of War 2 is good in its own way, right? It's a different game. It has to be viewed as a different game. Like, you can compare it. Is it, you know, enjoyable more so than 1? And even if it is a different game, you can still say that, right? Like, I have more fun playing 1 than I do 2, so it is what it is. Yeah. Kind of not interested in fighting these things because the ambles are running around. Just a waste of ammo. Armageddon mod for Dawn of War 1? Maybe at one point, but that must have been a long fucking time ago. I've played the UA, the Ultimate Apocalypse mod. Played that. Dawn of War 2 is good on its own. It is a separate game. Like, honestly, there's no base building, right? You get a lot less units. It's not your typical, like, you know, RTS, build an army, go out, conquer. It's like, what, more so Company of Heroes, I think? Or one of those games, I forgot exactly what the name was. It's very, like, unit-focused, unit micro-driven, stuff like that. Not so much macro, you know? Okay, where are we going? Fuck, I'm tired. No! Why can't you stay dead? I recently bought a secondhand PS2. I need some recommendations. You know what you need to get is Alien vs. Predator Extinction. That's what you need to get for the PS2. Have fun. AVP Extinction. That's a good game. Well, it's an okay game. Subjectively a good game. Objectively okay. Yeah, they really tried to make, Dawn of War 3 failed because it was going the esport route. It was very streamlined in the way of, like, it almost felt like a fucking MOBA. Very colorful, very easy to read, very easy to look at, and kind of, like, understand, you know, this is this is that. And you even had, like, inhibitors, and the Nexus was kind of your HQ. It was fucking weird, man. It felt way too streamlined, way too mainstream as a game. And it's not like, oh my god, mainstream is so terrible. But they did make it look not like a 40k game. Absolutely. But I will say this, it's a mix of, like, base building with 2 in terms of, like, unit mechanics, and the unit collision was good. Like, they actually had good unit collision, and for that reason, it felt okay to play. Not, like, amazing, but it worked well enough. You'd always get, like, flashbacks of the first game. Your unit's kind of, like, stuck on nothing. And then you'd play 3 and you're like, damn. We really don't have that problem, but the game is ass. Now we're never going to get Dawn of War 4. But you know what's funny about Dawn of War 3 into 4? Is that at the end of 3, they actually were teasing a Necron DLC. There was a whole cutscene regarding the Necrons, as in, like, you know, this is the next race coming out to play. And the game failed so horribly that they just scrapped it. Like, it never happened. It was like, oh my god, the Necrons are coming. Never. They're never coming. There's a mod for Dawn of War 2 that aims to be what UA is for Dawn of War 1. That's cool. I mean, the more the merrier, right? Like, it's free. The people who make it aren't necessarily making it for free, but, like, people get it for free. Who are the bad guys in Warhammer? Well, I guess there's no bad guys, right? Everyone's bad. Everybody is just a bad guy. Or lesser shades of evil. Also, it's very laggy in this part of the map. And I don't know where to go. Where the fuck am I going? There's just nothing in here. I don't even have keys. Where are the keys, man? I don't even have a single fucking key, and this door won't even open because I'm missing the key. I probably missed it somewhere. Maybe because I ran through everything. That might have been it. Although not really. Why is my gun glowing? I have no fucking clue. What are the guidelines for people buying games for you to play on stream? I mean, I'm gonna say guidelines. As of right now, don't buy me anything, because I've already got enough games to play. I think when it comes down to it, like, if I ever get back into it, and say, like, oh, if you want to get me a game, we'll probably play it on stream, I'll let you know what genre. Like, what type of game. It still needs to pertain to, like, horror, but some games I know I don't like. Games where you just run away and don't fight back, and it's just miserable. You can't kill anything. Shit like that, to me, isn't very fun, but, you know. The other stuff usually is fine. Because having to run away from absolutely everything in a horror game is sad. It is so sad. Oh, the key's right here. What the fuck? They're just blind. Okay. Where is this? Jesus. He's killing me. I'm killing myself. Final Fantasy playthrough? God, no. Stuff like that isn't for me. The aesthetic alone is just extremely off-putting. I would not be interested. I got a multi-melta. Or a melta-gun, rather. Jesus. Okay. Yeah, okay. It's kind of good. The melta-gun is pretty good. I think it's better than the plasma gun. Plasma gun in this game feels like ass. It does not feel very good. The fucking melta-gun is insane, though. This thing's ridiculous. What the fuck? What is he doing? Hang on. He pretends to sleep. He pretends to sleep. Was he really? Yeah, you scared him. If we managed to get Fire Warrior to work, would you play it? Pretty sure it's available on GOG. I just don't think I'd play it, to be honest. I thought I would want to, but again, it's just another thing to finish, and like, it's not on God, bro. It's on GOG. On GOG. On GOG. Yeah, again, it really just boils down to, like, it would be another thing I would have to get done. And chances are I'd be too busy doing something else to where I wouldn't really keep up with it, you know? Rogue Trader? No, I've seen the game, it's just not for me. You know what I think I might do? You just reminded me, since I'm never going to play Rogue Trader, never. When I try to go to bed, I'm going to try and watch the playthrough of Rogue Trader. Because again, chances are, never going to buy the game, never going to play it. Laugh at him. He does not know the GOG. I mean, fuck, for God's sake, I didn't even know GOG. I only knew of GOG recently because of Pizza Pikachu had said the game was on there. So fun to go through this game, then immediately recognize everything from the tabletop. Yeah, everything is completely from the tabletop, obviously. I mean, if you're like a hardcore 40k fan, you'd be like, that's that. Oh my god. But I'm just kind of like casually breezing through it. That's that. The pink horror. It's the blue key from Doom. It's the blue demons from Warhammer. The blue horrors. Whoa, I'm good. Wait, was the purple door out here? Does it loop? Am I lost? Prime Gaming moves to GOG. Loves the GOG. I heard a lot of Prime Gaming stuff was kind of getting, shafted a bit. I don't know exactly what's happening, but I've only heard inklings of, like, it's not going to be the same as it once was, and maybe it's already changed and it's not the same. Henry and the 40k show should be good. I mean, as someone who definitely loves the source material, there's no doubt in my mind that his show will be good, right? And even if it's not, if it destroys the hobby, I'm just gonna sit here like, man, fantasy was always the GOAT. It's chill. Fantasy's the GOAT. Fantasy is the GOAT. Does this game support mods? That I don't know. I'm gonna say no. But maybe it does. On a scale of 1 to 10, how annoying is the Warhammer fan base? Oh, yeah, I have a little... Okay, speaking of that, tonight I had gone through a bunch of random Discord servers. I cleaned up my own Discord. Like I was essentially in a bunch of random servers. I left them. I cut things down just to be more manageable. And I searched for a few Warhammer servers to join, like a Leagues of Votan one, a Dwarf one, so on and so forth. And I ended up finding the official Warhammer 40k Discord server. And the first thing I looked at was the general chat. And the general chat was, I mean, what can you say? It's a 40k Discord. What can you say? All the other Discords for the games, like the Age of Sigmar one, everyone's just a piss chilling and their dads, and they're like, Oi, mate, just got back from the pub, had me a nice pint. I'm sitting down with me mate, and we're going to play a 1K Age of Sigmar game. Just a bunch of fun games, mate. The fucking Warhammer Fantasy one is just jizzing over, like, Bretonia and whatnot. That's great. You know, nothing crazy. The 40K one is just pure, like you can see the neck beard. It goes right to the floor. Those guys were not having the recent lore update. That's all I'm going to say. So, I'm still in the Discords. I just figured, you know, I'd join them and, like, partake in something that I like. And, lo and behold, yeah, the 40K Discord is a little bit... It's a little bit. It's a gamer Discord, for sure. Never look in general, your first mistake. Yeah. I mean, Discords are good, though, because Discords can kind of bring people together who have similar interests, as do Reddits, you know? I feel like Reddit actually gets kind of, a bit too much heat compared to how it actually is, crazily enough. It's like if you go to a degenerate Discord or a degenerate Reddit, you're probably going to find stuff like that, but for the most part, they're pretty alright. I didn't realize Tobias had one until today. Is your Discord chill? The Warhammer one is chill. I think people need to realize that, I can understand when you're on Discord, you're dealing with a bunch of kids, sometimes, and kids have no common sense, so you've got, like, people posting the stupidest shit ever, and it's just fucking annoying to look at, but, like, for people who don't spam and post a bunch of, like, turbo, like, cringe memes and everything, you know, there's a place and time for that stuff, if it's allowed on a Discord, but, like, for something centered around Warhammer, like, I don't really want to see that stuff, personally. If it's a degenerate, you know, gaming Discord, and oh my god, look at us, we're a bunch of gamers, it's like, yeah, that's probably the norm. General fan base is annoying? No, I don't think that, well, because some people do take shit much more seriously than others, so, like, you know, everyone is vocal, everyone will say their piece, but some of them really just don't shut the fuck up, man. Again, like, take it as you will. If you like it, you stay, if you don't, move on, it's fine. You've got that stuff in every fandom. Every fandom has very vocal, you know, big old yappers. Is he not dead? No, he's dead. There's always something to complain about. Fuck, I mean, I'm not going to sit here and, you know, say I'm a saint and I don't complain. But when it comes to Warhammer, I kind of just... I grew up with Warhammer. I'm not going to, like, get pissed off at everything. You know, some things I might not agree with, here and there, whatever it may be. But I love the hobby. I love fantasy. I love 40K. I love, you know, the strategy battle game. It's not necessarily Warhammer, but it's Lord of the Rings. At the end of the day, you just try to enjoy it, and if you like it, great. If not, you know, it is what it is. God, there's another Lord of Change. Ay, ay, ay. The last one was kind of easy, though, to be fair. I mean, the number one thing is to just make the new minis that come out, like the new Ungrim, the new Thane, the new shield bearers. I'd like to compare the unreleased kit to, like, the actual official new one that's coming out. That'd be cool. There's stuff that I want to do, for sure. I mean, for the first time in ages, like, the last time I really got interested in hobbying in recent years was probably with Votan. And, I haven't done anything Votan related, so who knows? Like, I'm like, oh my god, it's the squats, they're back. Maybe I'll bust out the, old squats that I've got and compare them to, like, the Votan or something. Maybe I'll just start building all of them, right? I got some egg bots, I got some fucking, like, trikes, I got some weird shit. The old plastics from, like, the 90s, like, maybe, like, the late 80s, I think it was, I'm not sure. Shit. You know, when it comes to hobbying, it's very much just, like, loose, right? You can kind of just get into something and be good. I've never gotten to Warhammer. My brain is too small. I've always found the in-person community to be better than the online one. Well, of course, because when everyone's online, they just run their mouth and, like, in person, they won't say that shit. 40k fanbase is going to be like this for a while. The whole culture war is what the chronically online Twitter users are doing. Yeah, I mean, look, I got into Warhammer as a kid, and I still view Warhammer as something to enjoy, you know, for just how fun it is. You know, I don't take this shit to heart. It's not like a way of life. I love it. It's a big part of my life. But I just try to enjoy it as much as I can. Build minis. Look at cool artwork. Listen to cool music. You know? Read cool lore. Some of my fondest memories were out of Games Workshops. As a kid. It's a good time. Bro, the Melta is so fucking broken. The Meltagun is so broken. Bastard bird. I got him. Holy smokes. Mine was the skate park. Yeah, that's cool. I mean, everyone's childhood was different. I thought the Dark Tide game looked cool, but I heard most people thought it was disappointing. It was just a bit boring, honestly. It looks very good. The game is, like, visually amazing. The gameplay is smooth as fuck. But it is a bit repetitive. Like, as most of those games are, like Left 4 Dead, Vermintide, Dark Tide, you know, it is just a repetitive game loop. You know, if you play with people on comms, it could be a bit more exciting. Or with the new update, it is actually more engaging because you've got more things to work with. Different abilities, different weapons, whatever it may be, right? Like, it's just more content. It was fun nonetheless. Yeah, Vermintide is cool. People still think Vermintide is the better game, and I would kind of agree just because it's been out for so long, and it's Warhammer Fantasy, and it's got cooler characters, so, you know, subjective. But I do think Vermintide is the better game, at least for now. Feels more complete. I got into Warhammer because my brother was into it back in 1992. He passed down all his models and stuff, and when he quit, that's cool. Yeah, I had stuff like that. I think all the stuff I grew up with, tanks, you know, guard, orcs, everything. All my old Warhammer went to a guy. It was a stepbrother of mine, and I think he sold it for weed money. I don't smoke. I've never smoked. I don't care about smoking. But he ended up, I think he did sell it for weed or like crack or something. I'm like, no, my childhood was sold away for drugs. I think that's going to be it. I don't want to do this mission tonight. Unless, let's see what it looks like. No, I think I'm going to pause for now. I think I'm going to pause the game for tonight. Yeah, that's cool. I mean, that's fine. I was just talking about my my brother. Sorry, not my brother, my stepbrother. Me bloody stepbrother, lad. Me stepbrother. Yeah, they're good. No, his band is good, dude. Like, legitimately, it's good. It is good. I wish I still focused on music. Damn. Like, maybe when I move back, I might bust out the bass, you know, set the amp up, do a little bit of jamming. Like, even Ivana played guitar. Ivana had a BC Rich. I was looking at it, and I'm like, your 4-foot tall ass has a BC Rich? Like, that's cool. You know, like, I might do it. I might do it again one day. I think that'd be fun. I think when it comes to Warhammer, it's, or not Warhammer, but music rather, it's very, like, hobbies and things are very time consuming, and I don't really have as much time as I used to. As a kid, you know, in high school and whatnot, whatever it may be, elementary, you know, you go to school, you come home, and you're just done. Like, weekends, you do anything you want. For me, on the weekends, I'm streaming. 7 days a week, I'm streaming, both accounts. And I try to get as many hours as I can in that are feasible, but I just don't see me having time for, like, guitar. You know? Even anything off stream is potentially a waste of time. Do you know what I mean? Like, it shouldn't be, but when your life is streaming and this is how you kind of make your living, you'd rather just be streaming. You know, like, you do need time for yourself, but that time would just be spent with Ivana or the dog, and we're going out, we're doing stuff. I played one song on guitar by Rise Against in school, but that's the limit of my musical abilities. Yeah, that's cool. I mean, you know, people, the one thing I do regret, because it is so fucking awesome, is not sticking to playing bass. Not keeping up with music. Like, if I had given it 3 to 4 more years, I could have been doing that consistently. And it is cool. I loved it for the time that I had with it, but, like, you have to give up things sometimes just because you don't have the time for it. It's not feasible. Especially when you are a streamer, 90% of your hobbies and what you want to do either needs to be forced or be a part of the stream. Well, whatever you're streaming is just what you're streaming. Right? Like, I don't think I'd ever sit down. You know what I could do is I could play bass on this stream, which I don't think I'd ever want to be honest, but that would kind of be it. Hobbies are, I mean, the thing about streaming hobbies and doing anything like that is it's very niche, right? Like, Warhammer in general is a pretty big niche. Music on Twitch is a niche for sure. And, you know, regardless of what you want to do, it is kind of hard to make something of it. Again, if you do it for a living, It's not like you just sit here and play bass and you've got a little fucking pot hanging out, like 5 bits, sir. I'll play the bass line to smoke on the water. 5 bits. You know what I mean? Like, you just kind of, for the sake of this channel is I'll do whatever the fuck I want. Realistically, but like if it was on the League channel, there's no way I'd sit down and play like, bass or something. It just doesn't work. Aren't you streaming your hobbies in the beginning anyways? On this channel, yeah. On this one, for sure. I like this channel for the chill vibes. Yeah. That's the goal. That is the goal. I mean, when it comes to playing games, it's typically more of a hectic time anyways, versus like if you're just sitting down, like talking to people or playing Warhammer, like there's really nothing going on. There's no reason to be pissed off. There's no reason to like, talk to a certain way to people. Like no one on this stream is like the people on the other stream. It's just a different group, Having both is smart. Well, this is just a Warhammer is just niche. It's a very niche, oddball thing. Again, I've done Warhammer longer than I've done, well, realistically, probably as long as gaming. And that's not to say League, because League has only been... Season 3 was what? When was Season 3? 7. Are we on 14? So I would have been playing League for like, what, 11 years now? 11 years? Yeah, so 11 years. So I've done Warhammer for like at least 20 years. League for 11. Gaming, of course, has been as long as both. You think you're going to play a new campaign for Malachi? Probably not, just because I'm not really a campaign player, but have you heard Malachi's voice? He's supposed to be Scottish, or like a Scottish dwarf. He sounds like gargly, bro. Like that guy sounds like he's smoking like packs a day. Like he is. If you think Thoric sounds kind of like pissed off and old, like Malachi's not necessarily old, but he sounds grouchy. He sounds very grouchy. No, I always play League to chill. Either way. It's good to have variety. Some days I don't even want to Warhammer. I just want to play League. It's just second nature. It's like the back of your hand. You know it super easily. Again, when you've done something for so long, you don't even have to think about what you're doing. You just do it, and it's second nature. You know what I mean? If I had to sit there and think like, oh, God, I got to get this farm and this and this and this, it'd just be a fucking headache. But queuing up for League for like 5 hours, that's fine. And then, going to Warhammer for 3 hours, that's fine. I'm good for both. I'll tell you right now, there is no way I could sit down and play League all day, and there is no way I could sit down and do Warhammer all day. Having the balance of both is perfectly fine, and it works out for me, and it's great. It's good. Varied stuff is just, it's good for your brain, man. Instead of like super one track, do this, do this, do this, nothing else. Like, I used to be that way. I used to stream TF only, Gangplank only, fucking, for God's sake, one game only. And now I'm like, you know what? That's kind of fucking boring. Like 10 hours a day, one thing only. Like, no human being does that. The only thing you would do is just, you go to work, you make your money, and then you do whatever the fuck else you want, right? Like, people have other hobbies. People have other interests. Have you listened to Glorb? No. No. Where is he? Is he still there? Is he sleeping? He's so knocked out. I didn't even see him when I looked over. Mochi's sleeping in his bed. Yeah, no. I'll go see him soon. What do you think is the rarest model or figure that you own? I mean, the rarest. You want to say? Ooh. Mochi. What are you making? Popcorn? 2 minutes. 2 minutes. 2 minutes. No, it cooks perfectly. Oh, I think what I'll be doing for the Discord is I want to try and upload a catalog of all the weird shit that I have, like Warhammer merchandise, Warhammer minis, stuff like that, just so I have it all cataloged in one place. And I'm sure people do want to know about all of these weird things that I own, because it is cool. You know, some of it's gaming history, some of it's not. So I think I'll do that on the Discord when I'm able to be around that stuff and I can like take photos and put things to it. I don't really read 40K now. I had to do that with the art. I spent a lot of time drawing and got burnt out and started gaming on free. Yeah, exactly. It's just good. Just do different things, dude. That's all you have to do. Like, it's not hard. Just fucking start up something else. You know, like, do you think people could sit here and, as an example, I mean, do people really paint minis 24/7? Do people build things 24/7? You woke him up, by the way. Mochi's awake again. Do you still do variety games on the weekend? It wasn't... Okay, so it initially was supposed to be on the weekend, and then it became after every stream. So I think what I should do is maybe push it back to weekends. What I would like to do right now is kind of structure my day. You know, look at a clock and be like, okay, wake up at 9, stream League until like 6 or like 5, from 5 to 6 or from 5 to 7, 2 hours off, make dinner, spend time, exercise. From 7, come back to do Warhammer until 10, so 3 hours, and then maybe call it. It's always easier said than done. You basically just have to, like, stick to that schedule, do it every day, nonstop, until it's, like, drilled into your head, and you're good. You're really good. Because you can, like, when you're a streamer, most of the people who stream, me included, like, we're mentally deficient. We're gamers. We're young. We're stupid. We don't have, like, responsibilities, you know. I do now, actually, crazily enough. And most people just kind of get on stream when they want to, but having a schedule and kind of taking things seriously is a good idea, especially when you've got so much going on. Like, now that I have 2 streams, now that I'm doing variety, now that I have a fucking rat, a little dog. Mochi, hey, Mochi, what are you doing? He's so cute. People are already bored with Helldivers 2. Yeah. Having a job helps with that because I have to be there. Of course. I mean, yeah. Yeah, I'd hope so. It's not like, hey, boss, I'll come in later. You know, see you at 5. He's like, what the fuck are you doing? You're supposed to be here at 1. I'll see you at 5, bro. It's like, you know, people who get into gaming and stream, we're not adults, man. Like, we're just a bunch of stupid kids who play games. And that's great. But at the same time, structure. So I'll think of what I want to do. Because right now, I think there's no point in trying to structure anything currently. Because we're not necessarily situated yet, right? Like right now, I'm kind of off and on with what I'm doing. You know, second channel twice a day, main channel once a day, whatever it is. And I like that the change, obviously. Because, again, what I'm waiting for realistically is the hobby desk. If I can... Dude, you don't know the feeling of having a dedicated room for streaming and hobbying. And I go from, like, sitting here I'm sitting like this. Shit bot lane. Shit team. FF. The league stream. Like this. Okay, guys, see you tomorrow. And then I turn the chair and I go this way with the chair and I'm like, oh, hey, guys, welcome to the Warhammer stream. It's in one room and the chair literally has to turn. Like, you go in and then you move over, you go in. It's very convenient. And that room is sick. I love my room. Why is your keyboard so high? It's posture. I would like a standing desk, though. I don't know if you've seen standing desks. Does anyone here do Warhammer hobbying? Does anyone currently in chat do any sort of Warhammer hobbying at all? Mini painting stream when? Me? What do you use for a desk? What do you do for desks? IKEA? Do you just have like a generic shitty desk? Yeah. Because I'm using an IKEA desk, and it's so cheap that my wrist rubs off the fucking finish. I've been putting together a Macador. I have no idea what that is. I'm assuming it's like Hortus Heresy. That's cool. Just finished painting my guard army. Yeah, I'm jealous, bro. I want a hobby. I'm stuck playing perpetual games for the next, like, month. But it gives me enough time to think about how I want to structure the room. An L-shaped desk from Amazon. I wonder if an L-shaped desk would be good for me. Ivana ended up getting one, and it looks nice, but I need something that's just an L shape. The one she got had like this weird backing. It was very tall. I'm using a door. That's cool. Did you find the door and you like made it into a table? I use a standing desk for my Warhammer. I can't sit and do Warhammer. I have better range while standing. Yeah. I wish I had that, to be honest. I don't have that, unfortunately, but I wish I did. $15 and painted it black. Well, there you go, man. That's cool. I have my monitor and keyboard on the long part of my desk. Hobby shit on the... Yeah, okay, I could see that, yeah. Because for me, my only problem... Because, like, I've got 2 monitors mounted on a wall, and then my hobby desk is below it, with all of my tools and whatnot. There isn't a lot of space, and the one problem I have the most is the chair is like either too tall or too low for the desk, no matter when you kind of adjust it to like raise and go down. It's just not comfortable. So I'm trying to find a desk that maybe is taller, ideally. I don't know, man. It's hard to explain. It's a little hard to explain. I've seen a lot of people who do Warhammer. They typically have tall desks, and their arms can kind of like rest on it. At least that's from what I've seen. Maybe I'm wrong. Link you the Amazon one. Post an image of it. You don't have to link it, but you can like post an image of it in the Discord. Warhammer hobby desk. The old shot of oh my god. That's so much space. All these people have so much space. Jesus. Everything is so white and clean. You know, the one thing I kind of regret, even though black looks a bit cooler, is when it comes to any sort of furniture, hobby desk, display case, whatever it may be, white is so clean. I've seen so many white setups, and I'm just like, man, I kind of wish I had white instead of everything being like black brown. It really does look like you've got more space, and everything is super clean, and it pops because it's white. Like, it's good. Super good. You like black personally? Yeah, that's cool. I mean, I do as well. It's just, I don't know, man. Every time I see it, I'm just like, fuck. White is nice. After usage, it gets grimy. Yeah. I think for the sake of, like, displays look better in white. A full white PC. You could post it in general. Put it in general. Oh, there's a guy here saying something. It looks cool, but I don't think it'd work. Yeah, it looks pretty heavy duty, too. Yeah, that's a bit too big for me. I don't have that much room. The table I have access to is like exactly what I have now, except smaller. I don't think there's any way to get an L-shaped desk in my stream room. White desk with a white mouse pad, it's what I have and it's clean. Man, you guys are fancy schmancy and you've got like everything perfectly set up and you have like a wireless fucking mouse and there's not an inch of dirt on anything. Like, yeah, I see white setups. I've seen them. It definitely looks fancier. It looks more professional, I think is the word. But I think with that being said, it is midnight. And if it's midnight, that means I have to go. I think what I'll do is probably just watch a bit of like the Rogue Trader game on YouTube and then fall asleep. You eat food on your desk, on stream, your white setup will not last. Well, you typically, if you're talking about hobbying, that's different. Because, like, the one thing I've never invested in is good furniture when it comes to stream rooms. Like, these desks are, like, for God's sake. Remember when I used to play Street Fighter? And I ended up, like, body slamming the desk in half because I lost on Geef against, like, a bronze fucking Dhalsim? Like, that was terrible. I had bad mental. Horrible mental. Those tables were so cheap. Like, $50 at IKEA, you know, compared to what you could be paying. Still expensive, but a lot cheaper than it should be. But yeah, I'm going to go, folks. I will see you tomorrow. Again, I wish I could hobby, but instead we just kind of get on, play games, talk to people, and then leave. That's just the best we have right now. At the end of this month, I will probably be hobbying on this channel. At the end of this month, I've got 2 weeks to kind of set things up, prepare for like us bringing stuff back. So yeah, we'll do a bit of hobbying, and then June, July onwards is indefinite hobbying. So every time I get on this stream, I'm most likely just going to talk to people, scrape plastic, paint stuff, you know, actual Warhammer. But yeah, the only one I remember is the freak out about Jax. That's the table that broke in half. Yeah, I planted a controller right through it. I said, fuck this shit game, and I took the controller like this, and I smashed it into the desk, and it put a hole in the desk. They're cheap. All right. Anyways, folks, I'm out of here. Be well, stay safe. I'll catch you later. And take care of yourselves, folks. Peace, peace, everyone. Peace. Peace, guys.